Hi everybody, Fortuna here. This is an experimental film called The Trip. It involves pride because the main character is like this kind of like prideful asshole, kind of like the actor that I worked with. A public performance. We filmed at actually Conquest, so while we were filming, the music was going on in the background of like what's his name, Childish Gambino, and some other stuff. Fortress almost looked like this huge fortress, the way that it was set up and the way I shot it. It was just kind of what I was going for. Kind of chronicles this guy's experience as he descends into this like acid trip, because he takes acid and basically just like his night gets really nightmarish. It's a movie star. He's kind of supposed to be like this kind of movie star, have that kind of swag. A brain, he's frying his brain, of course, by taking these drugs. A twist. The twist is that as he's going, like he goes to this concert with his friend, and like he sees this girl that he likes, but then like but she like goes off with her friends. He's like, oh, screw her. And then he and his buddy take acid, and then they're like dancing around. And then when they see that her group of friends again, he notices that she's missing. And he's like, hey, where is she? And they're like, I don't know, she's not with you. And so basically the twist of the movie is that the girl is gone missing, and they have to basically go into the ugly underbelly of Los Angeles to look for her. And that's kind of the twist of it. And that's kind of, and it doesn't help that they're also on drugs, and everything's way more menacing and scary that way. It's a myth, because it's sort of like, it's like it's kind of a myth that on acid you hallucinate, but I included it in the video anyways. A false assumption. The guy falsely assumes that she's fine at first and that she must just be lost somewhere in the concert, but of course it's something way worse. A mad prophet. When he has this vision, it seems like he's almost like a prophet. He has this vision of what actually happened to her, and he gets like kind of creepy. Suicidal hero. He gets like really like emotional and suicidal, like trying to find her at one point throughout the story. Body horror. It's creepy because like, you know, he's the effects of the drugs are having upon him kind of like makes him like freak out. Elusive quarry. She is the, you know, elusive quarry. He's like searching for her, the girl. I think her name was in the movie Maggie, played by Maggie Admire, by the way. Cliffhanger is that at the end of the movie he finds her, but then we don't know what's going to happen. He finds her in his vision, but we don't know what's going to happen next, how he's actually going to find her. Courage involves his courage as he goes on the search for her. Hallucination, that's pretty clear. He's hallucinating anywhere but the ground in his hallucination. There's a shot of the Ferris wheel that was at Conquest. It's up in the air. A diabolical contraption that is the Ferris wheel, especially like a one that's like so portable, like scary as hell. Search for freedom. He's searching for her and searching in essence for freedom to get out of that concert, because it's just like he's surrounded, packed in by people. An everyman. He's an everyman. Menagerie. It's a menagerie of people and characters and lights and colors throughout the whole film that just give you this like over sense of dread. Nuclear war. At one point, there's like even like vision. He might even have visions of like the world ending and of all this like terrible stuff. Because when you start thinking about darker things, then it could be a bad trip. Absurdity ascended. Things get stranger and stranger as the trip goes in. A psychic. He's, as I said before, he's sort of this like prophet, sort of psychic, that he knows what happened to her even though he doesn't. Anthropomorphism. The actual like the setting itself and the Ferris wheel start to take on character traits. An intermission. At one point, it just goes black. The screen just goes black, and then we cut back in to what's happening to him. Emotional disconnect. He doesn't really realize what's happening. He doesn't want to accept that she could be dead or missing. Silhouette. There's a bunch of silhouettes in the shots. It's a really nice one at one point with the Ferris wheel. A brotherhood. It's about him and his buddy as they go on the search for her. Unrequited love. He likes her a lot more than she likes him. Persecution. He feels like throughout the film like he's being persecuted by some horrible evil forces. An anti-hero. That's sort of his buddy is the anti-hero, because even though he's kind of like the Han Solo of the movie, kind of like an asshole. Person in costume. We made him dress up in a certain way 2 nights in a row when we filmed, the night before Conquest and the night during Conquest, so that we could cut to the night before Conquest where he was empty at the concert. Ruins. These were when he cuts to his vision, it's like the ruins, the landscape. It's like of like a abandoned concert. It's kind of spooky. Madness. He thinks he's going crazy. And an urban wasteland, because that's essentially what Los Angeles is. Alex Trinquata was involved in this movie. So was Maggie Admire, whose card I have somewhere, but don't know where.
It's the backside of TV pilot.
Is it really? Oh, then it's here. Maggie Admire, yay. And this is also, we also made a making of documentary that applies to all the same cards, so. And that's it.